Salute everyone. Welcome to the show, Knicks Real Talk, the post-game, pre-game show, New York Knicks versus the Boston Celtics at the TD Garden in Boston, 7:30. New York Knicks. It's Knicks Real Talk, man. It's the pre-game show, the Boston Massacre, about the cure, round two, Knicks versus the Boston Celtics. We're going to get it live. We're going to get it popping up in here tonight. We're going to talk about it, man. Knicks and Boston Celtics, 7:30. Back-to-back second game. Knicks won the first game, 105 to 108. Way the gutsy game with that. R.J. Barrett knocked down the three-point shot with 1.5 seconds left on the clock. Evan Fournier, 41 points. We're going to get into all that. We're going to get it popping, man. This your man, Divine. I got the panel about to come up in here. We're going to get it live. We're going to get it popping. We're going to talk about it. But what a great night, man. Knicks and Boston at the TD Garden, man. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be an electrifying game. But we're going to get into all that, man. And I'm going to bring my panel members in here in a minute. We're going to talk about all that good stuff, man. I think it's going to be a fun game tonight. I hope everybody doing well. Had a great day today. You ain't here with me, man. Your man, Divine. Knicks Real Talk. We in the building. We're going to get it popping. Let me bring in my partners in crime up in here, man. I got KJ Events in the building with me today, man. I got Shaw Powers up in the building with me. How y'all fellas doing tonight?
Good to go, Divine, man. Let's get this back-to-back win against the Boston Celtics. We need this W right here. Let's change the seasons, get the momentum going. You know, we are at the half point. We almost at the half point of the season. So now it's time for us to really get this W tonight, fellas.
Yeah, real talk. I got Shaw Powers. Shaw Powers, how you doing tonight, man? Welcome aboard, brother.
I'm chilling, man. Peace, KJ. Peace, Divine. Salute to the chat.
Yes. Yeah, man, good game tonight. Exciting game tonight. We about to get it popping up in here, man. It's going to be crazy. What a game it was on the prior game, man, at Madison Square Garden. Electrifying game, thriller. R.J. Barrett, 1.5 seconds left, knocks down a shot off the glass. The arena goes crazy, the fan base, and it's bananas, man. What a gutsy performance for the New York Knicks. But now we move on to the TD Garden today, 7:30, man. Knicks go back up in there and try to get it on the back-to-back. It'll be hard to do. Beat one team once, and then in the same 2 days later, you got to try to beat them again. But hopefully we be up for the challenge tonight, and I think it's going to be fire up in there. I think Boston going to be electrifying as well. But I'm sure it's going to be a interesting game, man. Let's just hope we can go in there, KJ and Shaw, and really get this thing going, man. If we could come out this thing with a win tonight, get the 500 basketball, I think that's letting me know that the Knicks is about to turn this thing around and go and move it forward and look into a all-out, last half of the season get down, man. I think it's going to be interesting. We got 42 games left after tonight. It's going to be real interesting to see how we do, KJ, and I'm really looking forward to the game tonight. I think it's going to be a real important game. I hope we come out with the energy and tenacity ready to try to win this thing.
Right, and they got to ask themselves, what is their motivation right now? The motivation is taking one game at a time and try to get above 500 because we're so close in standings with even the team that's 13th. Like everybody's a little close right now, and it's too close for comfort for me because every game right now counts. At this point in time, with 39 games in tonight being 40, we have to take it more serious. We have to start better. We have to play everything a lot better than what we've been playing. Let's hope these guys attack the basket, same game plan, and just come out and get this W tonight, man. We really, really need this W tonight, guys.
Yeah, Shot Powell. This is one that I would love to have, man. If we get this one night, move to 500, I just think it's so important that we move up almost 2 or 3 spots up in the standings, depending on what goes on in the association tonight. So it's a big game for the Knicks tonight, man. I hope we can go out there and play hard, man, and bring this victory to the fan base tonight.
Tonight, hopefully, the Knicks got a game plan, man, and they come out with some pace tonight, man. This game is a pivotal game, and this is another game that we're playing in our division. So if we can actually take the win tonight, we'll have advantage over Boston and the standings. That'd make a real pivotal thing, especially if we're fighting for 9th or 10th position, and they're close, they're 9th and we're in 10th, or vice versa. I just want the team to come out tonight, play with some pace, man. We get some pace tonight. Hopefully everybody could get some shots up tonight and hit some shots. And then let's start this first and third quarter better than we've been doing at least last game.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Last game, you know what? We definitely can't kind of go through what we went through the previous game when we come out sluggish, letting them guys knock down threes all over the place and we fall behind. I think tonight we can't afford to do that because we're not going to have our home crowd and our energy to carry us through. You know what I mean? It's going to be a hostile environment. And we cannot allow them guys to get out on a jump on us tonight. We got to make sure that we in this thing from the opening door And if we can get in there from the open door and establish ourselves early, and make our presence felt early, then I think the game will be different. But if we do come out tonight and we come out and we fall behind, it's going to be an uphill road to climb, not having our fan base behind us in the garden, in our garden instead of their garden, and try to prevail to a victory. So we're going to see how it go with that, man. I just think we got to come out there all guns blazing, let the Boston Massacre take place tonight. You know what I mean? We really got to get this thing going. And I think we could do that tonight, and I think we got a good chance of winning. And I'm really confident that we're going to come play hard tonight. So I'm looking forward to this game. I've been waiting for this thing for the last 2 days, man. It's like, man, this thing can't come fast enough for me. And but it's here now. You know, we're about an hour and a half away from the game. It's going to be crazy. I think it's going to be buzzing. But you know, so looking forward to it. But first and foremost, salute to the chat. Chris, Fabian, Cash Out, everybody. Thank y'all for coming in, man. We keep the thing going, man. But real quick, let's break down the stuff so we can get into it. For the starting lineup for tonight, New York Knicks. Alex Burke's going to be at the point guard. Evan Fournier, shooting guard, questionable because of thigh contusion. Small forward, R.J. Barrett. Power forward, Julius Randle, and center Mitchell Robinson will start tonight for the New York Knicks. For the Boston Celtics, same lineup. Marcus Smart at the point guard, Jaylen Brown at the 2, Jason Tatum at the 3, Al Horford and Robert Williams at the 5. And Robert Williams had a great game, man. That guy was playing some hard ball. Injury report for the team, as far as we know. Ryan Archibald, he's out, left ankle. Damian Dotson out, not with team. Evan Fournier questionable with a left thigh contusion. Matt Mooney out, not with team. Nerlens Noel questionable conditioning. Derrick Rose left ankle surgery, he's out. Lucas Savage out, G League assignment. Kemba Walker's out, left sore knee assignment. For the Boston Celtics, only had 2 players out, which is Peyton Pritchard, health and safety protocol, and Broderick Thomas out, lower back sprain. So, I mean, you know, I think their team is pretty much healthy. KJ, Al is a little bit banged up here and there. Some of our key players is out there. Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker. I mean, you know, and if Noel don't go, he's another key player that's in our rotation. And obviously, if Evan Fournier don't make it tonight, there'll be almost 4 players that's rotational players that's not on our team. So we got to bring the next man up mentality tonight for sure.
Right, and Boston Celtics have a lot of pressure on them. I'm pretty sure them guys went back, and since they left that the MSG, they went to their garden. They probably had that tape running all night and all day to see, you know, for a team to go down 25, for the team to come back and beat them the way we did. You know, they have more pressure tonight, Boston Celtics. So a lot of me wants to see a repeat of Evan Fournier, not Evan Fournier scoring 40 points. Now, if that happens, that happens. But I want to see Evan. It's time for him to break out that shell, you know. You know, for a long time in a lot of games, we always talk about Evan Fournier, how this team goes as well as Evan Fournier plays. And we seen a sample size of that the other day, but other players wasn't playing well, quote unquote, Julius Randle in the beginning. He picked the pace up later on, and then R.J. Barrett too as well. When is the game that all the pieces are clicking for the New York Knicks? We might have 1 or 2 games like that this year where everybody was clicking. We're still waiting for that because we know this team has the right tools to do it. So I needed to be tonight because, like Shah said, it's a divisional game. These games count. These guys count bigger than any other game. That's why I said when we lose to West Coast teams, I'm okay because they're not in our division. These divisional games, these teams that are in the East Coast right now, we're going to see them. So we need to really stack these games up. And if we get this W night, guys, let's look to go on a little run. Let's go 7-8 game one. Again, I want to go undefeated at home for this home stand, even though we're away today.
Yeah, absolutely. This is really, really, really important game for us, man. To be able to go into Boston tonight and win that game, coming off that thriller that we had the other night, that lets me know that we are truly look like we're about to turn this thing around. So it's going to be real important that we go in there tonight, Shot Power, to just lay it all out there, man. Bite, kick, scrap, do what you got to do. That team mirror us. We got the same type of team, except for I think right now Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum opposed to R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle. I mean, you know, they playing a little bit better ball than us, but I do also like the way our guys been playing lately. So I think we can go in there. Them 2 guys, our 2 horses, to bring it to the table with Evan Fournier if he play tonight. Due to the left thigh contusion, he might not be there. But if he is there, and he could have that same magic against the Celtics, being the Boston Strangler that he is, and let RJ and Randall get it popping, I think we got a good shot tonight.
Yeah, the big thing tonight is hopefully that we can have RJ come out there and have a better game aside from that 3-pointer. I quoted that. I said 3-pointer minute the game. Make sure RJ come out there and play some ball and stuff, and Randall score some points tonight. It might be a big decision if Fournier plays tonight. So if Fournier doesn't play tonight, we'll probably have to rely on Grimes to come out there and do some work. And hopefully he could come out there and lay down that defense that he usually does. And tonight, maybe he could hit a couple of those 3-pointers that he usually hits pretty frequently.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think we got to do what we did the other night, and that's our defense. Our defense came through for us in that second half the other night. 21 points in the third, 21 points in the fourth quarter after giving up 63 points in that first half. That second half, the New York Knicks gritty committee defense came in and shut it down. And I think that was the key to the game to me. And and then we got to give Emmanuel Quickly his flowers in that fourth quarter, which is interesting about Emmanuel Quickly because I think he's one of the better 4-point scorers actually on the Knicks this season per stats. He's getting the most, as I could put it right there, leader scorer for the New York Knicks in the fourth quarter of the season. Emmanuel Quickly scoring 166 points, fourth quarter points. Alec Burks 161. Julius Randle 156 and Obi Toppin 119, and that's pretty impressive. And that's why I think he was a real spark plug for us in that game the other day. I think Emmanuel Quickly, I think we'd love to see him have a nice, real huge game today and continue doing what he's doing, driving that ball. He was hitting some timely threes. I love the way he's getting in that lane, putting that floater up there, and he keeps constantly moving the ball. That's one thing I do like about him and Alex Burks. Though Alex Burks is not a pass first guy, neither one of them, but they keep the ball moving. They don't let the ball. They don't stop their dribble. They keep it moving. They get around KJ, and I just think that Emmanuel Quickly been playing some good ball for us for sure.
Yeah, again, it's one of those players. Is like the way he started to now he's playing. He was a big part of that fourth quarter comeback win against. He stabilized at that point guard position, and he made timely hoops, timely passes, everything that we want in Emmanuel Quickly. Again, this team is still gelling right now, so it's the hot and cold Knicks that I don't like. Which Knicks team are we getting tonight? And that's going to determine. And I don't want to think like that as a Knicks fan. Like, we don't know. Some nights they look like they could be the best team in the NBA, the best team in the East Coast. Some games they shouldn't even be on the court. Some games they're like, you know what? They okay. We should not have these thoughts at 39 games into the season where we're looking at other teams such as the Cleveland Cavaliers. To me, I'm like, how's this team better than our team right now? And we have pieces that are about to gel. And so my thing is, what team are we getting tonight? And once we figure that out, fellas, there should be no more thoughts on how this team is going to play on a night-to-night basis. It's who's the personnel, how are they going to rotate the players inside and out? What are they going to do?
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, salute to the chat, man. Salute to everybody up in the chat. Appreciate y'all coming on, man. Thanks for being here. Salute to everybody wherever you're streaming from. Knicks Real Talk. It's the pregame show for the Knicks and Boston Celtics. It's going to be the Boston Massacre Point 2. We're going up into Boston today and try to get it popping and try to get the victory. So I'm really looking forward to tonight, KJ. But I do think we inshallah, I do think we are turning the corner in the sense that all our guys is starting to get back. Other than Kemba Walker, we know losing Derrick Rose was a big part of this thing. He was one of the engines to this team. He's like that spark plug to me. And so not having Derrick Rose not around for a while played a major part in that with all the COVID stuff and everything. But I think we finally get a lot of pieces back, and maybe in the next couple of games, Kemba Walker be back. I think Noel might be a little bit more conditioning, so we have a lot of more horses to go into there with, man. We'll see. Shah, I think we got a good chance of really turn this thing around once we get a couple of more pieces back. And I think they're finally starting to come back and get together.
Yeah, the Knicks, the last couple of games, man, been a little fiery. They've been coming out and trying to represent New York. And Randall, RJ, you name it. There's been things speculated about what they said out in the what they said, and it is what it is, man. They playing for the hardest wearing jersey in the NBA. You wear a New York Knicks jersey, it is the hardest jersey to wear in the NBA. So I'm with them 100%. Good, bad, and different. They're my boys, man. We're gonna get it. Tonight is gonna be a good game, and I think those two guys tonight are gonna show us why they are Knick fan. I mean, they are Knick players.
Yeah, absolutely. Real talk, man. Salute to the chat, salute to Sergeant, salute to everybody. Yeah, man. You know what? This is the Mecca, man. It's the Mecca, the media capital of the world. You got more media in probably New York City than anywhere. So every little thing you do gonna get scrutinized. But you know what? You know, you got to learn. You got to have a thick skin to deal with that. I do think Julius Randle does have thick skin. I think you take the $25,000 fine, like Chris said, and you pay it, you live it, you move on. He made a great apology to the fan base. And I understand why he said it. You know, you're emotional, man. The game, you know, the game not going away at the time, but you're starting to get back into it, and you just want to try to kind of cheer you on and keep you energized. So I get it. You know what I mean? That happens. I mean, he ain't the first Knick player that voiced their opinion about something like that. So it is what it is, man. It's just more, to me, it's more clickbait than anything. But the New York Knicks organization did what they had to do. They fined them $25,000. You know, just what they do have to set a precedent, though. You can't allow them because the fans pay the money. You know, the fans come in there and pay the money to come in the arena, buy the tickets, buy the stream, buy all the cable events. That's what they do. So, you know, you got to make sure you always realize that the customer is always right in a sense. You know what I mean? And it's a learning process. We know Julius Randle didn't mean nothing for the worst of it anyway. He probably was frustrated at the time because they were starting to get it popping up in the air, and when they heard some boo. And when you're not playing well in New York, you're going to get that. It goes with the territory. It goes with the territory. You know, when you do good, we reward you. When you do bad, we let you have it. You know, that's just the way it is. And that's the way life is. So, you know, he learned from it, everything. But, you know, that's water under the bridge. The main thing is he come out there tonight and represent. He come in there tonight and get a doubles, KJ, put up them great numbers. And you know what? The Knicks win tonight, you won't even hear about that no more. It'll be a wrap. So we just got to go in there and ball out tonight, try to get this W with the TD Garden, man. And all that Randle noise to be gone for sure.
Right, and like I said, us as basketball players, everybody on this panel has played basketball before, and it's like, you know, when you're playing a game of basketball, at any given time, you're going to get in that zone, and if something you hearing it, you in somebody's face, you whatever, it's the talk. That's what it's about, you know. So of course, in the business part of it, you know, the thumbs down to the crowd is like, you know, they had to make some type of a statement. Now, but I want to ask if we could remember just a couple. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we didn't have Julius Randle for 5 or 6 games. It's like, man, we learned how to appreciate that man after the week he sat out. We learned how to appreciate not having Johnny Bryant on that bench for the rotations. So it's a lot. And I know that we want to play the kids and everything, but, you know, the kids are just not ready for this quite yet. Now, they're good for these minutes. But I was a firm believer that, you know, the more minutes you get, the better you will play. And that is a fact. But in the system that the Knicks have to match the pieces right now with the personnel, this team plays better with Julius Randle. And that's no shot to Obi Toppin because I think the young man has a great upside to him. You know, it's just Knick Nation, Knick fan, Knicks Real Talk family. I don't think we're really going to see a lot of minutes from Obi and also Deuce McBride, who I want to see. I think the more minutes are going to come from Grimes because of what he provides at this present time on his Knick team. So I just had to throw that out there because we're talking about Julius Randle. Of course, we like his game. My thing with Julius Randle is just attack. No one can stop you in this NBA if you just attack. Go get fouled and do what we got to do, you know?
Yeah, real talk. I mean, you know what? And tonight the game is going to be, you know, like I said, it's going to be a real interesting game, man. Getting back to the game, this thing is one of the most hugest games the Knicks have all year so far. This is probably, to me, one of the hugest games the Knicks have had this year. You are right there in the cusp of getting back to 500. If you get back to 500, you know what that means? The season just started 0-0. If you get back to 500 tonight, the season is like 0-0. You just starting. So I just think it's so important that we go down there and handle our business tonight, man, and don't worry about all the outside stuff. That just tabloid clickbait. That's all it is. You know, just give you something to think about because you don't want stories like that to take you away from that great game that we had the other night. That was a thriller. When I mean a thriller, that was a thriller.
Right.
Now, we don't want all that crazy stuff to take away from the accomplishment that they did, being down 26 points first half, down and come back and win that game. The way they did shows us more about what the team is really about than what people wanted to be. That was a gutsy and gritty performance the other night. They came out there, they scrapped, they fought, they played hard, they battled all the way to the end, man. And you know what? At the end of the day, you know what? We missed a couple of free throws, might not even have to go to the RJ shot, but it is what it is. We did it. We won the game. But this game is pivotal for us, man. If we can pull this thing off tonight, I just think that going back home with all of them games we got at home, the Knicks can easily come out of this thing 26-20. Literally, they could come out 26-20. They got winnable games. And I do think that it's going to be important that we win it tonight, man, and go in there and go mano a mano with these guys. We know how good they can be. Their team is just like ours. You know, they defenders. They defend the ball very well. They got players who can put the ball in a hole. But tonight's going to be a big test because we're not on our home court. And you know, I want to bring up something real quick. Let me share the screen with you guys. And this is just how this important this game is. You look at the stats with these teams, the Knicks and the Boston Celtics. Look how they made each other. Points per game, 25th, they 15th. Rebounds per game, we 15th, they 9th. Field goal percentage, they 25th, we 25th, they 23rd. Free throw percentage, we 16th, they 4th. Three-point percentage, we got a better three-point percentage against than they do, and that's what their Achilles heel is. Boston Achilles heel is their three-point percentage. We number 10, they number 23. Assists per game, we 29, we 29th, they 21st. Turnovers, we 5th, they low in the lower echelon at 18. Assists per game, we dead even. Turnover ratio, block shots, we 9th, they 2nd. Steals per game, we 23rd, they 15th. You know, so that is to show you how close this team is and how tight the type of style of play they have with each other. They play the same type of game almost, and I just think that it's going to be important that we get out there and shine tonight, fellas, and shot power and put it on the floor. Let's get it popping tonight.
Yeah, this is everyone knows this game right here is one of those games that is all season we've been seeing this must win, man. This is a must win game tonight, man, and we really got to come out and perform, man. Tonight we'll really see if the Knicks are making a turn for the better, you know what I mean? And if we win this game, when we go back to New York, man, we could go on a nice little stretch, like you said, Divine, man. You know, we 10th right now, man. By the end of next week, man, we could possibly be, you know, somewhere up in the, you know, the 6th, 7th spot, something like that. I mean, that's all hypothetical, but you know, let's get it tonight, man. We need to run some pace, man. Pace tonight is the key.
Yeah, real talk. I just left Sarge's chat up there because that's important. He said if Randall is not the man tonight, then who is the help? Hey, Sarge, I'm just hoping that it's about committee, but I'm hoping RJ have a bounce back game number wise. You know, he didn't have a great shoot night, but he had the clutch shot. But I'm really looking forward to seeing Alex Burks have a better game tonight. I'm really looking forward to see Obi have a better game tonight. I'm concerned Obi was playing good until Randall got back. You know what I mean? Then the minutes start kind of dwindling. I'm hoping Fournier can kind of do what he did the other night, you know what I mean, and bring the same game. Maybe not 40 points, but I think if Evan Fournier can get us up 18 or more, then I think we have a good shot tonight. But it all predicated on our defense, though. If our defense come to play tonight, we have a chance to win this game. And I would like to see us get more out of Mitch. It's just got to be by committee, you know what I mean? But I do think Randall's going to be up for it. He's always up for it. But I think RJ got the shine tonight. Burks got the shine tonight. And I do think that I want to see Obi get it popping, man. Tom Thibodeau. Hey, listen, if Evan Fournier didn't play tonight, I'm kidding you not, man. I would start Obi at the 3. I word more just because of his size against Jason Tatum and his athleticism. He can make Jason Tatum have to chase that man up and down that court all night tonight. Like especially with shot powers that we playing with pace. I would love to see Obi topping in there tonight if my man couldn't go. But you know, hopefully he can go. And I think he's right now he's the Boston Strangler, Evan Fournier. That's his new name for me. He's the Boston Strangler. He come out to play against them dudes, man. I wish everybody in the NBA wore a green uniform.
Put some green contacts on or something.
Yeah, something, man. But, it's gonna be important, man. It's a game. I'm looking forward to this thing, man. I know we all are. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. This is gonna be like the old Boston rivalry to me, man. You going back to Patrick Ewing and them guys and all that stuff, man. That's how it was, man. And I think this game is just like that. You know what I mean? It's like we both at the same, we one game above them. We could win that game, might drop them 2 below us. We go up 2 in the standings above them, 500 basketball. We looking pretty good up in here, man. I think that's where we want to be at with this thing, KJ. I just think it really got to get popping tonight.
Yeah, to answer Sarge's question, it has to be RJ Barrett. These 3 games we played Boston, only the second game we didn't have RJ due out to health and safety protocol. But every game that RJ's been here, we won. That's kudos to RJ. And then also Tatum got embarrassed. Everybody probably top 10 player of the week right there. That RJ Barrett buzzer beater.
Facts.
So Tatum is going to be it's more pressure on Tatum tonight because now he's going to try to show RJ up, right? So you look at RJ. RJ just keep playing your same game. Penetrate, keep doing your thing because now he's going to be pressing. And guess what? If that's the case, Tatum may miss some shots because he's going to be pressing so hard. So my game plan would be centered around that. Play through RJ and D up Tatum. Because Jaylen Brown didn't have such a good game last time. It was Tatum that was on last game. So to me they got to use that to their advantage because you got to anticipate. It's basically anticipate. It's like playing test. Anticipating the move for the next man. Figure out. You got to be 10 steps ahead of him. Knicks is center their game tonight around Jason Tatum because the man is going to be pressing.
Yeah, I can see that, man. Because he's after that shot over him, man. I know he's like, man, he probably took that to heart a little bit. But being that they hopefully they NBA ball players, they just forget about the last game, but just move on to the next. But I don't think that's gonna be the case with this one. This is a rivalry, man. This is turning into a rivalry right here. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it's been like that for years. Knicks and Boston Celtics. I mean, Walt Clyde Frazier, John Havlicek.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Then you move out to Patrick Ewing era with Larry Bird and all the cats. You know what I mean? Magic Johnson. So and then it goes on and on. You know what I mean? And so now it's revigorated. It's revigorated to the 2000s and 2022 now. And this is gonna be a poor game. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I think it's gonna be popping tonight. I think that place is gonna be popping just like the Garden, but I don't think they can. I don't think their energy can touch Madison Square Garden. Ain't too many places in the NBA can touch the American basketball fan base when it's popping up in there. Our 6 man is bar none the best in the business. Whether bad or good. You know what I mean? Knicks fans is the best to me. And that's why I think that not having them tonight gonna be huge for us. They're not huge for us, gonna be kind of huge for them, but because we know our people when they get rowdy up in the Garden. It's like the other team is like Escape from New York. You know what I mean? You try to get up out of there. So it's going to be fun, man. But I got a stat I want to bring up, and I think we need to take this into consideration right now. New York Knicks, 4th in the Atlantic Division, 19-20. Field goal percentage, 25th in the league. Not good. 3-point percentage, 10th in the league. Not bad. We 10th. We 35%. 25th in scoring. Total rebound, we 15th. Not bad. We not bad for the 3-point shooting. Then we want to be a little above league average, but that's the way it is right now. And we 15th in total rebound. We want to get that up, but we definitely got to get that scoring up a little more. But I think now that we do have our horses back, KJ and Shaw, I think that you might see the numbers change a little bit in the second half of the season because I think the team is getting more healthy and there's more people we got more productive players, especially with Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker get back.
Yeah, and it goes back to what we're gonna keep saying is the rotations. Tibbs has done a better job as of lately with the rotations of players, keeping RJ in the game longer when he's on, playing him the whole first quarter and playing him through a little second quarter with the next unit. That has helped out, depending if he's in foul trouble or not. But something has changed. Something has changed with their defensive strategy. They're getting out to the ball on the perimeter a lot better. But it's still them times where it breaks down and the man's open and make those shots. So those things are changing. It's just the rotational moves. What pieces match together with this team? Is Jericho Sims coming back? I hope the man is back because Taj Gibson needs a break.
Facts.
My man is 37 years old and playing like he's 27, and we appreciate it. But my thing is, how long is Taj Gibson going to be able to last?
Facts.
Back and forth pace like that, and which way Tibbs is going to play his players. Gibson can't last that long, so we need to give my man a break a little bit. And if he is back, put Sims in there, But for the most part, guys, I like what Tibbs and his coaching staff has been doing lately with the lineups, the changes, and the rotational players coming in and out.
Yeah. I think he's not in protocol, so he's there. I mean, he's there. But what? Sometimes I think also it comes down to experience too. These games, that's the reason why Tibbs has sat McBride down the last couple of games. sometimes you're not ready for these moments. You know what I mean? I know we want these guys to get grind and get shine and all that good stuff. But now it looks like we're getting into crunch time. You know what I mean? And I really believe that. I think now they're gonna go with the horses, the ones who could bring us there. But I do believe I agree to 100%, KJ, that I would like to see them be able to get this guy some minutes and relieve Taj a little bit. But Taj is a warrior. If Taj give us 10 minutes of good basketball, that's good enough for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the reason why they signed him back. They didn't give him $10 million not to play. You know what I mean? They just, but that's what he's there for. And I think he'd be fine. I don't think that he's burning that much energy like he's running up and down the court per se. Suits the streets about it. Thank you, CT, for that news, man. Evan Fournier is out tonight. So that means that the next man up, hopefully it's Grimes or whoever the case may be. And this was interesting. I asked Shaw Powell this before we came on the stream. If Evan Fournier don't go, do you bring Grimes in, or do you start quickly at the one and put Alex Burks at the two?
Yeah, we definitely was talking about that, man, and it's going to be a game time decision. We both was chopping it up a little bit about it, man, and I think, me personally, I think they're going to leave IQ in the second unit, and I think tonight is Grimes' time to shine. Tonight is his time to get out there and play that great defense that he usually lays down tonight, and come out and hit some shots, drive the ball to the basket, get a couple of assists to people cutting to the basket. Those are the things I think he's going to want to do tonight, man. This is another chance for him to get out there and show himself off, man. And I'm hoping and praying that tonight is the night that he comes out here and he plays like that game, something similar where he hit 6 or 8 or 7 or 7 or 8 3-pointers tonight. You know what I mean? We need him to have a good game tonight, man. It sucks that Fournier is out tonight, man, because like you said, Devon, he murders Boston, man. So I hope we can facilitate some of that killing and slide it to Grimes tonight, and hopefully he can pull out his machete also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's going to be a logical choice. Grimes, obviously, because he's a two. He'd probably be the backup two. He could be the backup two. But it's just hard to say because it depends on it. But I would pretty much go with Grimes first. But I could also see them going the other way too. You know what I mean? Yes. I could see them going the other way, saying, you know what, let Alex Burks run the two and bring because of the experience. That's the only reason I bring that up, because of the experience, not because of one player better than the other. I think Alex Burks should move to that 2 spot, and you might have to bring Quickly in there. So you might get a Deuce McBride sighting tonight. No Kemba Walker, no Derrick Rose. Now you down Fournier. You got it. I can't see where McBride don't get no burn tonight. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's we're gonna have to look at all them in totality. But I do think that either way it go, man, no matter which way they go about it, the Knicks got to come by committee. You're gonna miss Evan Fournier points, but you know what? If Grimes is on, he can do it Evan Fournier when he hot.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what I hopefully that they bring Grimes in there. He can get his 3-point shot tonight popping. Then that kind of alleviates a little bit of the pain. Yeah, the man knocked out 7 in one game not too long ago. But in his defense does make a difference. It's just that he's so young and he's going up against athletic Jaylen Brown, and Jaylen Brown is the real deal as well. So it's going to be interesting, KJ. But I think no matter who's there, the next man up got to have that mentality. And he's a rookie, he's a young guy, but you throw him in there, the worst case scenario, he might get learned the lesson. But if he could contain him, I'm not saying stop him, but if he could slow him down, then that's good enough for us. You know what I mean? We know that he's gonna be outmatched experience wise. But if the man put in a lot of effort on the defense end and can knock down a couple of threes here and there, but they gotta do it by committee. You know what I mean? They just gotta step up and make it happen. I just think that's what it's gonna be about, basically.
Yeah, a lot of me wanted to see I wanted to see what Evan Fournier could do. My man was, I call him the wounded warrior. My man will play in any ever game. So he just needs to sit down, averaging 25 points per game against Boston. I wanted to see that, but he's out. So now what do the Knicks do? So I'm going to pull a rabbit out the hat tonight, fellas. I'm going to go with somebody that's on the fence for the Knicks, has been here, drafted in 2018. You guys know what I'm going with. I'm going with the great Kevin Knox. We moved RJ to the 2. If you want to run that Alec Burke, I'm just throwing it out there. You throw Alec Burke at the 1, RJ at the 2. Kevin Knox at the 3, Randall at the 4, and Mitch at the 5. Just because Boston is that Jason Tatum, the Tatum and that Brown. You know, you need somebody long up there for it. You know, I like the idea of having quickly they're moving Burks to the 2 and the 3. We could do that, but I'm looking at the bench. I'm looking at the long run. So I would throw Kevin Knox at that 3 position and then move RJ to his natural position, which is the 2 tonight.
You know what? I wouldn't even have a problem with that, to be honest with you, man.
That's nice.
I wouldn't have a problem with that whatsoever. You know what I mean? And he got the size. He can shoot the 3. But what I think is the most important thing for me tonight is that RJ Barrett got to come up big tonight. He got to come up big without Fournier. You know, him and Randall got to do what they did the previous game. 30 they almost had against with each other, 32 and 30. We need to have RJ have a game like he had the other day where him and Julius Randle click for 30 apiece. Not saying they got to hit 30, but they got to be in their 20s. I think if they could get in their 20s, both of them, I think we might have a good chance to maintain that thing. Because you know when Higgins go Boston Celtics Achilles heel, they are a terrible fourth quarter team. They can't
terrible.
They cannot. That's the reason why they are what they are. They can't close basketball games right now. And if we can get this thing to the fourth quarter, and then it might be a whole different ball game. We got. Hey, listen, they don't call it the Big 15 for nothing. You know, it's the next man up. That's what it got to be. You know, we don't have no other choice but the next man up coming in and get it popping tonight. And I think we got enough guys that could do that. You know, and we got to show. But man, I'm gonna tell you, if the Knicks walk out of this thing tonight with that W, I think it's going to be really huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be super huge to come out of there tonight, KJ, with a W, 20 and 20. You got almost 6 or 7 home games remaining on the schedule where you're starting to play better at home. You know, before you know it, we could be right back up in this thing. You know what I mean? We could be back up in this thing, and I'm looking forward to it, KJ. And Shy, you know me. I'm Mr. Optimism, but you know, we know that any day you could lose a game, but Knicks been playing good on the road. The game we played against Boston, like KJ said, when we didn't have but 8 players, we only lost by 7 points. You know what I mean? And now we got almost our whole team there, except for a couple of major pieces. But I think we can go in there against that team and put it down, man, and walk out of TD Garden. Like I said, the Boston Massacre point 2. Let's go get it. That's what we got to do. That's all it can be, basically.
Yeah, I like that idea that you said out there, KJ. That kind of tickled my interest right there, man. With that putting Knox out there at the 3, that would definitely you know, if you could come out and play some defense, that's all he needs to do is come out here and play some defense, because that'll keep him on the floor. He can. I know he'll hit some shots, but the main thing for him is for him to get out there and really play some defense and grab some rebounds. That really got my eyes moving around. Like, oh, I can really see that happening. That's a good idea. You know, that's something to think about.
Yeah, absolutely, it really is. Yeah, but I think we're gonna be all right, man. I think we going in and we just go play hard and be aggressive and to just play defense, man. Listen, defense dictates everything in New York City. You know, that's just to show you how important it is to play defense. That's what happened that last game. Our defense kept us in that game until we was able to pull that thing off. And all we got to do tonight is do the same thing. First and foremost, bring some toughness, some grittiness, and defend the ball, man. You know, they're at home. They know their courts, and they can go in there and run amok. But I think that even though they're at home, it still ain't like shooting the Madison Square Garden, though. You know what I mean? So I think we got advantage there, but I think we're gonna be all right, because I think we're gonna be kind of settled down tonight. I think we're gonna be settled down tonight, man. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about the crowd noise and all that. And I think we just go out there and play. I think this is one of them games where I want to see Tibbs coach his best basketball today. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna have to without Evan Fournier knocking down the shot he was knocking down the other day. We're gonna need everybody at the table tonight. And I think we come to play. I think depending on who start, we'll find out another.
Right.
Yeah, but no matter what, just play some defense tonight, man. Play some hard defense tonight, and hopefully we knock down shots. And I think if we could do that, then we have a good chance of KD walking out there, like I said.
Yeah, you know, and the matchup I'm wanting to see is I didn't get a chance to see it the other night is McBride versus Marcus Smart. You know, it's his NBA protege, his I call it his first cousin, because they got a similar game besides the shot right now. But that's yet to be seen from McBride. But I want to see that. And I I think we see Deuce McBride tonight because of the defense suppression. He didn't play last game, especially with the way Fournier played. The only reason why Fournier plays so much is because the man was having a game of his career. And when your man is hot like that, you can't take a man like that out. So kudos to them. But now we don't have that. So we got to get off the Kevin Knox train for this one game and one game only. I still want to see another sample size of him. What are the Knicks going to do? That has to be the next question for the next 50 minutes before this game starts. What are the New York Knicks going to do tonight now? And the reason why I wouldn't start Grimes, a lot of people in the chat already said it. My man, he was getting cooked by Tatum. Games like this, he just needs we gotta wait. But we know a man can get hot at any given time. So I definitely wouldn't start him tonight. It's gonna be very interesting to see what they do. What do you guys want to see done at this starting lineup tonight?
Man, I'm all for throwing Grimes in there. Just because you got cooked the first time, I mean you're gonna get cooked the second time. Maybe that might be to advantage because now he know how he play.
Exactly.
See, that's why I always said about rookies, because when you're a rookie, you go against these guys in your first season, the first time. You never played against them. You kind of always going to get schooled a little bit unless you're just that talented, because you don't know what these guys' tendencies are because you never played against them. But see, he played against Tatum already. Now he probably had the chance to study some film, had a chance to say, okay, what he did to me the last time, I maybe got to take away this, or I can't allow him to do that. He might have. I don't think. It's not Tatum, it's Brown, because he had the two. I don't think Brown will have beat him up that bad this game, but I think Grimes know what he did the first time. He's going to have a chance to adjust to that. Say, okay, I know the man's strengths and weaknesses. I'm probably sure Johnny Bryant and these guys done sat him down and showed him some film, showed him what he can do, and because this is what you got to do. I'm sorry to put up a good point there. I mean, he's too small, but you know what you do? Then you beat him with speed. You know what I mean? And what Grimes had to do in that situation, because he is too small, he got to actually beat him with speed. Right. You know what I mean, make Jaylen Brown chase me around and around these screens, around these picks that Mitch and them throwing at the top of the key. Make Brown chase him on the defense, and it helps slow him down on the offense. You know what I mean? Because that's all we can do. But other than that, let's see who do you throw in there if it's not Grimes. Who do you put in that too? Quickly is. About the same size as Grimes. So you're either going to have to move RJ down, slide Obi, or slide Knox in there, because that's all these size that we have. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be one of them things where, this is how I look at it. Kemba Walker is 6'6". I mean, not 6'6". Excuse me. Kemba Walker is small, but Kemba Walker is an all-star in the NBA. I mean, it ain't the size. It ain't the size of the dog. It's the fighting the dog. I don't care if you got a Saint Bernard, a Chihuahua can get to him. You got the right heart in them. You know what I mean? Is you got to just play to your skill set. Yeah, granted, I think Brown, put like this here. Jaylen Brown can run amok on Evan Fournier more than he can run amok on John Grimes, because Grimes is a way better defender than he is, to me personally. So to me, I wouldn't really get too caught up in the size, because you got to play to your strength. If he's bigger than me, then you got to play faster than him. You know what I mean? And you got to be able to use your quickness opposed to using your strength. And that's what it's going to boil down to, because that's the only way I can see it, because I just think that you go with the fighting the dog. That's what I'm about. You go with the fighting the dog. I don't care how big the dog is. You go with the one that got the most fight in him. Because that's what we're going to need. We're going to need a fight tonight, and KJ. And I think we got to go with the guy who's going to give us the best chance to fight and scrap. And you can live with Jaylen Brown knocking down 20 points tonight. But we can't live with him knocking down 30-something. So I think Grimes' defense is that good to me that, he got a good enough defense to slow the man down. You're not stopping him. We know that, KJ. But I think he can help slow him down by playing with a little bit more speed. So.
Yeah, I'm on the fence now. I think the ideal thing that Tibbs might do is it's a choice between Grimes and Knox. And KJ, you made a great point, moving RJ down to the 2 and bringing Knox in. I think Tibbs is going to go and I thought at first with Grimes going in there as being the starter, since he's been in there a couple of times being the starter, and since he played this guy the last game, he did cook him a couple of times. But I always think back for this guy Grimes, man. The first couple of games in the summer league, he was getting cooked. We were talking bad about him. Oh, we should have never got him. And those last couple of games that he got into that summer league, man, he came in there. He really represented, man. And he's already done that in the NBA season this year when he hit those a 7 or 8 or 8 or 8 3-pointers in that one game. So I believe that he's going to probably be the one to start. That's the one I'm pushing for. But that, like you said, KJ, I'm not going to front. Moving RJ back to his position that he's used to and letting Knox come out there at that 3, or even like you said, Divine, putting Obi at that 3.
Yeah.
You know, he might get beat up a little bit at the 3, but I think if he's holding Tatum, or I think if he's holding Tatum for that third, for that position, I think he could play that position also.
Yeah. And it's another interesting thing I didn't think about this here too, guys. Do y'all think he go back to the do we think he go back to the McBride at point guard and save Burks for the 3 or the 2? I mean for the 2.
Oh, that's another option too.
Yeah, say, you know what? I'll start McBride and put and Alex Burks at the 2.
Right. So I think they go with a bigger lineup. I mean, they go with the Burks, we know Burks, RJ, Mitch, and Randall. We just know who's going to be the third. I think they stick to that plan. Just throw a play in there. Whether it's Brian, whether it's Knox. What we want to see is Knox there, right? They're going to stick to that plan because now you got to think about the second unit and then plug in players in and out. Who matches up with who?
Because makes a difference.
Right. That second unit, we still got to have guys on that second unit, like an Obi Toppin, like in the manual quickly to head that along with another guard. Maybe it's the Goose McBride or it's the Grimes. So we need that. We're going 8-9 strong this game, right? So who else do we need? They definitely need some size. You're absolutely right about that. And Boston is big. Last game, didn't Taj Gibson start over Mitchell Robinson at the center position?
Yeah, he did because of conditioning.
Right. Correct. So it's good that Mitch is starting this game in the beginning, and we still got Taj there and hopefully Sims. But it's gonna be interesting, guys. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see how it starts and how we start the game is gonna determine how we're gonna pull off this win tonight. Again, I do not want to go down by 25 points again. Team, was Evan Fournier just hot? Everybody can have a game like that. Well, everybody can have a game like that. He just was hot that night. So who else is going to get hot for the Knicks tonight? It has to be RJ and Julius Randle. They have to come with a different game plan. And since we're down, play the 2-3 zone, guys. Relax yourself. 2-3 zone. Play tonight.
Yeah, I think with the way Ted do with his rotation, he normally that's the reason why I brought up the Grimes thing because of the defense. Just to kind of slow down a point guard situation. Maybe because I think if we bring Knox or Obi in there, then we lose a little bit on defense end. But see, that's no different than having Fournier at the defense end either. You know what I mean? So I kind of to me it's like a wash. The only thing you're gonna miss is Fournier's scoring against Boston. So the defense is kind of suspect. But I do think that if whether it's Knox or Obi, but knowing Tibbs. I think Tibbs is going to bring either Grimes or McBride in there. I just think that's what he's going to do, unless he start Burks at the 1. If he do that, then I think it's going to be one of them 2 guys. That's the only dude I can see. To me, next man up for the Knicks right now because of that position, the two guard position, is going to be either Grimes, Quickly, or Burks. That's our options at the 2, unless like everybody said, you move RJ at the 2. Then you're gonna it's gonna be between the. Then you go to the 3 spot. Then it's gonna be, Knox. Wow, Knox and Burks. You know what I mean? So it's like to me, I think you stick with if you look at the numbers, I think you just stick with either McBride or Grimes. And just because you start in the game don't mean you get all the minutes. We just need somebody to start the game off. I don't think that matters how many minutes he played because he can come in the second unit and still wind up playing Jaylen Brown. You know what I me? It doesn't really make a difference to me whether you start him or not because at one point, now that I'll pass to you, then I think if you bring Grimes in to start, let's just say somewhere in the course of the game, you bring Grimes in and Jaylen Brown still in there. You know what I mean? So you still gonna have to play him one way or the other. So I just think that, to me, it doesn't make honest. I just think that I would like to see him start IQ. That's what I thought, Sarge. I think he should start IQ at the 1 and put Burks there. But see, then that weakens the bench big time because Grimes and Young. That means you have McBride, Grimes, and the Obi and Burks. That's gonna be tough to deal with. You know what I mean? So I think he's gonna put one of them young boys in there tonight. Shot Powell, go ahead, my brother. Sorry about that.
No, you fine with that. I was even just gonna throw a monkey wrench in and this mess everybody had up. Why we can't start Grimes as a non-positional player as point guard?
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, he defend the point guard on who's ever on the offense tonight. Smart.
Exactly. That's
what I mean. And then we can put leave Burks in there. Burks and Rand. Yeah, you know what I mean. I mean that's another monkey wrench because I'm sitting here thinking too much.
No, that's a great point. I mean, you might have made a great point there. If you did start Grimes on the defense, then you let him play Marcus Smart, and you let Alex Burks play.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
He can still Burks can still be our point guard coming down the court, but he could be two on coming on defense.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. And that's what I mean. I think between McBride, KJ McBride, and Grimes, you're going to see one of them guys tonight.
And you might see Knox out there too, man. That Knox thing that you said, KJ, got my mind going too. That's a good lineup because it pushes RJ back into his position. That, I mean, he's been playing this three position, but it pushes him back into 2. If you put Knox at 3, it pushes him right back at 2. And I think tonight, if he plays at 2, he's going to be more aggressive. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's another monkey wrench right there. Monkey wrench.
So the expected starting lineup tonight is Alec Burke, Quentin Grimes, Barrett, Randall, and Mitchell Robinson. That's the latest news right there, guys. I just got it. So that's the expect. Let's say it's going to change. So let's go with that lineup. Tonight's lineup is Alec Burke, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. There you have it, folks.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. Hey, let me bring in my partner in crime without the other brother from another mother, CT. The streets are buzzing. He's in the building with us, man. CT, was good, my brother?
Okay, salute Divine fam, KJ Shah, chat.
What's going on? What's going on, CT?
Yeah, man. How you feeling today, man? You good?
Yeah, feeling real good, man. Just listening to you guys spitting knowledge, and it's going to be a good day, man. I just feel it. I've just got a good feeling tonight. It's a shame about Evan being out, but I think next man up.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, man. That's what I think. Excuse me, KJ. You said you seen the lineup of who was it?
Alec Burke, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, and Julius Randle.
That sounds about right to me. I think that's what I'll probably would go with that as well. I think that you know what, like I was telling CT and everybody, I think even though my man had a good game against Grimes the first time, but sometimes the second time around it'll be different. I think he gained some experience from that, and I just think that sometimes when you play somebody again, their tendency to a little bit more. I think Jaylen Brown can roast anybody. So, Grimes is not going to be a exception to the rule, but I do think that he's pesky enough. He defend hard enough to make it a little bit more tougher. He ain't going to you know what I mean? I think he'll make it a little harder on him tonight.
Real goal production.
Yep. Yeah, facts, right? That's the beauty of the home and home too. There's film, there's adjustments. It's like a mini playoff series, and no 2 games go the same way, as in a playoff series. It's about adjustments, and one adjustment I really want to see is the Robert Williams. He had far too much impact last time, enforcing the paint. So let's get Mitch out there, feature him a bit more. Get him up for the lobs. Get Robert Williams distracted out there guarding someone else.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, good point, man. I agree. I think that's going to be a key matchup right there. We didn't get to see it at the beginning, the previous game, but this game, Mitch is starting. And I think that's important for him to start against Robert Williams. I just think that Todd don't have the athleticism to deal with that man. That young man can get up there. He's like a split image of Mitch, except for Mitch not conditioned like he is right now. But I think KJ, that's going to be a really interesting matchup right there. That center spot. Him and Robert Williams. I'm looking forward to that tonight. I really am.
Right, and again, we know Grimes can get hot. Grimes gets hot out there. He keep that's a great move, but again, Grimes is still young. He hasn't, we can't really judge his game just quite yet because he has not seen that much playing time on the court. We know what the man capable of doing, but hey, he's a threat. They know he's a 3-point threat. My man can shoot and he can play great defense. So why not have that threat out there? But we just don't know how that threat is. But then again, we don't know what type of Knicks team we're going to get tonight. We don't know how RJ or Julius is going to play tonight. The Batman and Robin of this team. We don't know how but if they play well, we win this game tonight, guys.
Yeah. Hey, we got to just keep in mind that, like I said, they're a mirror image of us, man. We just put up the stat. That team plays defense. They play defense. Like, they got good wing sides. They got Marcus Smart, one of the better defenders in that point guard situation. Jaylen Brown, probably top 10 in the two guard in the league playing defense. I mean, they just got a good. And Robert Williams is getting there, holding it down in there. Al Horford, savvy veteran like he is, he's not a slouch. I mean, but we just gotta be ready for it, man. I don't think we don't have no choice. You go up against what's there, and I think people underestimate what Grimes might do. And here's the reason why I say that. And if he open, you shoot it straight up. His shot might fall down tonight. If Grimes' shot falling tonight, that might be a whole different outcome tonight. You know what I mean? I'm not going to count the young man out by no means. I think you step up to the challenge. That's why you made it to the NBA. You made it to the NBA because you was worthy enough to be in there. Now that you're in there, you do the best you can. You go hard. As long as you go hard, you play with effort, anything can happen. You just got to play with maximum effort. Leave it all out there on the floor. If Jaylen Brown get a bucket on you, you go down there and you go get a bucket on him. It's that simple. You know what I mean? Mano, man up, and it made the best man win. And that's what else can the Knicks do. But I like what Shaw Power said, CT. He said that you can, if it's Alex Burks and Grimes, well, in worst case scenario, you throw Grimes on Marcus Smart, and you put Alex Burks on Jaylen Brown on the defense side anyway. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, and I think that's very plausible right there. I think that's just a good way to look at it. Shaw Powell, if you could do that, then I think it's all good.
Yeah, I think something like that is going to happen tonight. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping tonight. Before KJ put that Knox thing in my head, I was thinking Grimes is going to go out there and have a good night tonight, man. I think Grimes is going to be the premier player tonight that no one's really going to think about. And I think he's going to come out there and have a big game tonight, man. I think he's going to have a big game. And later, that's all we're going to be talking about is Grimes, man. I think Grimes is going to have a good game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think we just got to come out there and play some defense tonight. Keys to the victory, man. We just got to play defense, go hard tonight, and scrap and claw, just like we did in the Garden, man. Hey, we gave up 21 points in the third, 21 points in the fourth quarter. That was phenomenal. That's what the reason why we was in that game. Our defense came to the forefront. Everything else will take care of itself. But if we defense and rebound and get these guys, we have a good chance of walking out of TD guard tonight. And like I said, the Boston Massacre Part 2. I mean, let's go get it. We don't got the Boston Strangler in there tonight, which is Evan Fournier, but that's all right, though. We got guys in there who could step up to the plate and hold it down. I think it's got to be a big RJ night. It got to be a big Julius Randle night. Our two horses got to come to the forefront tonight. And I do think if they come to the forefront, CT, and get some contribution from everybody else, just everybody chip in. I don't care if each man got 5 points, all of them. But we just need contributions from everybody and let our big horses try to bring us home tonight.
Yeah, facts. And Boston's down, and we have the chance to put them out. Mm-hmm. Coach calling them out, turmoil, players coming, maybe going. It's going to be a beautiful thing if we buckle down and play some solid D and make it tough for them tonight. We can really take their heart out, I think, and pass them. It's a 2-game swing again, like you guys have been saying. And I think tonight it's going to test our mental fortitude. Like you said, Divine, this is probably the biggest game of the season in terms of ramifications, I think, so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, man, I'm excited about it, man. We got about a half hour later for a go. I'm excited about it. The energy should be pumping. Salute to the chat and all that fire y'all bringing up in here, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all already know. Y'all keep it popping up in there, man. The chat is where it's at. The super chat, that's where it's at right there. But yeah, man, I think tonight we got to rebound, play some defense, KJ, limit the turnovers against them guys. and like Shaw Powers, pace, but rebounding the defense first. We get that going. If we can get that going. But I know what I like though. I really like that Grimes and I like Grimes and my man, and the Burks coming out in the backcourt. That's some good defense right there. That's some pretty good defense in the backcourt against Marcus Smart and them. You're supposed to have a Fournier great offensively, but defense is a little mediocre right now. But having Grimes on the defense and Alex Burks in that backcourt, I think that's going to be a big difference maker for us slowing down them guys and kind of contain them in that first quarter.
Right. Well, your backcourt is they can make threes, and that's a big part. You guys can shoot with your front court. RJ, Burks, and Grimes can shoot, and Julius Randle, right? Mm-hmm. So you figure the keys to me for victory night and every night is making our 3-pointers. If this team consistently makes their 3-pointers, we cannot be stopped. And the free throws are key too. Get to the line. That's why I say it's important for those guys to drive to the whole night. Get fouled, man. Get Tatum in and out of there. Get them guys in trouble first. Because Tatum, like CT said, and I said this before, Tatum is going to try to go hard at RJ tonight because he got embarrassed. It's turmoil in an organization. Guys talking about trade talk, breaking those two guys up. Guess what? We got to get their weaknesses and attack them guys and hit them. Why is hit them hard? We hit them hard in the beginning. We can get out of Boston. We go back to New York, and we get ready for the next game.
Yeah, I agree, man. We got to take advantage of every opportunity that we have, and that is kind of interesting. Like I said, they're not a great fourth quarter team. That's why we could be in this game. That's why we beat them the last game. They're not a great. They don't shoot the 3-ball well in the fourth quarter. They are terrible in the fourth quarter. So we just got to make sure we play defense to stay in that game to the end, and then and hopefully that we got some guys from knocking down some shots to bring us home. Use everybody tonight. Use McBride to give Grimes and Burks some rest. Like I said, Emmanuel Quickly scored 166 points in the fourth quarter, most on the New York Knicks. He's been playing well. He the one. I think that I got to give him his flowers, man, because Emmanuel Quickly came up big for us the other night. Big, and much as we want to harp on him, and we always say Grimes might be better than Emmanuel Quickly, he ain't there yet. He will be, maybe. Emmanuel Quickly was huge. One thing I like about Emmanuel Quickly, he can shoot the 3 and he goes to the hole. Grimes has yet to do that yet. He need to get to that level. Once Grimes don't rely on the 3-point ball too much and start getting to the paint, I think that changes his game. That's why I think he did it a little bit a couple of games ago. But IQ keeping that dribble going, staying with that dribble. He was phenomenal, man. And we need IQ to come up big tonight. He's been coming up big for us. Like I said, he's the highest point scorer in the Knicks with 166 in the fourth quarter. And I think you got I think Burks tonight 161, then Julius Randle, then Obi Toppin. So fourth quarter, Burks and Emmanuel Quickly need to step up big tonight. CT, I think they can pull that off tonight, but we got a good shot.
Yeah, it's going to be on the defensive end tonight. I think it's going to be a gritty Eastern Conference playoff battle, physical. Like you said, they're going to be chippy. Mm-hmm. Their backs against the wall, and we know they're coming to hit us first. Like KJ said, they're going to be feeling some type of way. The way blowing the 25-point lead, they're going to be coming out breathing fire, and we're going to be there to match that intensity. I like the lineup without Fournier, as you know, so that we can switch. Our defense is at the best when we have a lineup that can switch on the pick and roll and contain some dudes, contain the paint. And I think we got a great chance tonight.
Oh yeah, they called it Cash. Jeremy Royce and James said Quickly is starting tonight.
Quickly is starting tonight.
That's what I thought they should have did. I don't know what the big deal was. He should have been starting tonight. You know what I mean?
Wow.
The reason why they should have did that because you move Burks at the 2. You know what I mean? You move Burks at the 2. That way you got 2 flamethrowers in there to knock down threes. They both play defense. IQ handles that. Watch you see IQ now. I bet he going up against Marcus Smart too. So what a good test for him. You know what I mean?
Does that mean Deuce off the bench?
Right. Dude, I think Deuce will back up. Grimes will back up.
Woo.
He going with his. See, this is what people got to understand. And I keep saying this to everybody. Tibbs will go with his experienced ball players. In these situations, you can't have nobody not ready for this. This is a big game, guys. I mean, it might not seem big overall, But to get to 500, 20 is like 0-0. Like we just start the season. You know what I mean? For us. So I think Tibbs going with his guys who he can rely on. He trusts. He don't trust Grimes and McBride and them yet. Y'all seen what happened to Grimes the last 3 or 4 games. He ain't been doing that. He ain't been shooting a shot. So I think he's gonna do that just due to the fact that he need that experience in there. I just think that's the way to go. I mean, experience is the best teachers, and I think you would just start McBride against Marcus Smart. The development days is over right now, guys. This is about winning. This is about winning. It really is. Much as we want to see the young guy, they're going to get burned in the second unit, which I'm fine with. But right now, man, this is like playoff basketball right now. We going into the second half of the season. We trying to get up to where we try to get to. They're going to have to be able to put their best players out there. And if Tibbs thought any one of them other players was better than IQ, he would have put them in there. Period.
It's a go hard or a go home night.
Go home. Absolutely. That's where we at right now, man. So I think what they looking at now, all of what you call it, how we say at CT, everybody, the sentimental stuff, it's a wrap.
Hands on deck.
Right.
That must mean the rotation is going to get cut down tonight, maybe.
That's very possible.
It's probably going to be like an 8-9 man rotation, no 10-man rotation tonight, probably. Then
I'm looking forward to the IQ thing. I thought he was going to start, man. Listen, much of you could like IQ or don't like it, he playing good basketball for the Knicks.
Yeah, he is.
He's playing good basketball for
That's true.
So let's throw all the feelings and emotions to the side for all the people think he might shoot stupid shots. Okay, I get it. Everybody shoots stupid shots every now and then. But then that boy coming up big with that 3-point shot in that floater and getting in that lane, keeping his dribble, taking the ball, bringing it back out to the key and trying to do it all over again. That's a point guard. You know what I mean? That's what point guards do. That's what I like about Alec Burks. The only thing about Alec Burks, he shoot first. You know what I mean? So we'll see. You know what I mean? He's a combo guard who could do both of them. Either Tibbs don't know what he's doing or we tripping. And I don't think we coach the Knicks, so I ain't tripping. Tibbs see these guys in practice every day. You know what I mean? Tibbs see these guys. We don't see him every day. Much as we can say this guy better than this guy better than this guy. Yeah, I don't see these guys playing practice. Tibbs see him playing practice. He know who better than who, or he know who gonna. It's not about them being better than each other. Let me rephrase that. Who can help us in this situation right now? That's what it's about. It's not about that IQ is better than Grimes. No, it's about who can help me in this situation right now in the predicament that we in. I think he believed that Emmanuel quickly could do that, KJ. That's why he threw him in there.
Hey, it's another litmus test, and shout out to them. I was wrong. You was right. Definitely. I just came by seeing that's official. Emmanuel quickly, Alec Burks, Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson. That was also the fourth quarter lineup to will us back to win. So guess what? We've been talking about the point guard position for the last 20 years on the New York Knicks franchise, right? Here's Emmanuel Quickly's chance to put the things to rest. Right? We seen what he did in that fourth quarter, guys, right? So now is how can Emmanuel Quickly control the pace with Julius Randle and RJ Barrett? Can he make those guys better on the basketball court to begin the game? And that has been the biggest thing with this New York Knicks team in the first 39 games is beginning the game. Going down 25 points. We don't need that in the NBA. We can't have that. Can Emmanuel Quickly finally be the starting point guard for the New York Knicks for years to come? That has to be the number one question going forward. And if he can pull this off, he may just have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be fun, man. No matter what, I support every horse we got. I don't care if McBride start. I don't care if Grimes start. I don't care if Quickly start. They still play for the New York Knicks, and we want what's best for our team to win that basketball game. If Coach Tibbs don't think that IQ is the man, let her get a roll with it. If we think Grimes is the man, then put Grimes in there, Shot Howard. It don't matter to me. Long as he put in all them players play for the New York Knicks. They don't. It's about the letter in the front, not the names on the back. Like CT always say, we wear this here. It's not about this back here. It's about this right here. So it don't matter who he start. He start the person who he think that's going to help that team win. Shot Howard. And that's real talk.
Yeah, this is going to be a real interesting night, man. I cannot wait to see what's going to go on tonight because this is per se IQ's coming out party tonight. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens, man. And now we also got to look at who's going to be coming off the bench and helping us on the second unit. So this is going to be a game to really watch, man. And I am really souped up for this. I am so amped because we might still see a KNICKS rendition tonight. We might see, we might not see Taj, or we might see Sims come in tonight. You know what I mean? There's so many things that might happen tonight that it's going to be surprising. So I really can't wait for this game. I'm about to go order my food right now.
ACT. I think what Tibbs did too, it takes the pressure off of Grimes. By coming off the bench, you're not putting the pressure on him. You know what I mean? And I think that's the reason why he probably did. Listen, I'm not going to put the man in a pressure situation, let him come off the bench with their bench players, and and maybe he'd be more comfortable. So I think that could be a reason why he might have did that night, just not to put him in a pressure game like this here, big as it is for our team. Maybe he decided to say, you know what, let's start IQ, let Grimes come in off the bench and feel a little bit more comfortable not having that pressure going up against these cats who we say he can't guard. You know what I mean? That's why could be the reason why I think he might have did that as well.
Yeah, real talk. And IQ, I like the fact that he can pressure full court, younger legs. Look for quickly to play 35 plus minutes then, quite possibly. It's going to be crazy to see. And I like the Burks RJ thing. They're switchable at the wings. Don't matter, pick and roll, just switch. Just keep switching. Stop penetration, and make them a jump shooting team. We know they got hot, then they got cold in the second half. They do not have the shooters to shoot hot all game long. So keep forcing them deep shots, keep them out of the paint, and it'll be a ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's gonna be fun, man. We counting down. We gonna go down to the minute because it's gonna be crazy. And but I do think it's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be a exciting game, no matter which way we look at it. But I think we come to play tonight, though. I really think we come to play tonight. I really believe we're gonna put it out there. We got more players back, and I think that showed. Though it took a heroics of Evan Fournier and RJ Barrett, the point that to me is that we had a player that could do that. And now that he's not there, it's by committee. It's going to be at the committee. So, and I just think that's what we got. Let's say Alec Burks wind up popping tonight for like 20 something,
Facts.
and then quickly give you more at the point guard spot. So now it kind of like, okay, we got them 40 points back. You know what I mean? So we got to make sure. I think Obi and these guys go up against Josh Richardson and go up against them guys on the bench and Enos Cantor, all them, Taj and them, just go hard, man. And I think we're gonna be good, KJ. I'm looking forward to it. I've never been so psyched this year about a basketball game other than the first game of the season what we went to. But this game right here, if we win this game tonight, we got about 6 games left at home, 7 to 6 games left at home. We can easily be 26 or 25 and 21 up, sitting up there, man. So that's why I know we got to take it one game at a time. But I think this game, KJ, could turn the season to completely on this heel direction if we win tonight.
Right, and it's been happening. It's been happening since they got Randall back, Mitch back, and Johnny Bryant back. So kudos to that coaching staff is trying to figure out the puzzles of the pieces that fit together for this team. Now with IQ starting, that puts a point guard out there, and they want to take that same momentum that happened in the fourth quarter and bring it to this game. So that's why they want that starting lineup. So I give kudos to them, but let's see how it works. If it's not working in the first 5-7 minutes, we cannot go down by 10, 15 points and then try to fight back with less pieces than we have tonight. I do not want to see that. Do I think we can come back? Of course. We showed that we can come back. But why do we have to show that we have to come back? Guys, make your shots, make the free throws. At this point in game, I'm going to stop saying it. Take it to the hole. Julius and Randall and RJ Barrett have to lead us to victory by attacking the basketball, the rim. They got to attack. That's the game plan. That's it. So until we do that, guys, and hit our threes and our free throws, the hot and cold falls to the turn off. Until then, we're still hot and cold with this team.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. What I'm interested to see tonight, because it didn't happen the last game, Mitchell Robinson is starting tonight. Our defense is better in the back with Mitchell Robinson there, obviously, against Robert Williams. I think IQ's ball pressure on Marcus Smart could be huge. Marcus Smart is not a great dribbler. I mean, he's a tough, pesky defender, but he's not the world's greatest dribbler and all that stuff. So that could be huge. I think Alex Burks is a better defender than Fournier, bar none. I think Alex Burks is a better defender. So I think our defense gets better in the sense this here because of nice that we don't have Fournier. We don't have to cover for Fournier too much tonight. I mean, on the defense side. But I do think that Alex Burks playing much better defense than people give him credit for. So I think RJ, he's gonna have his hand full with Tatum. Hey, listen, if you let Tatum run amok and Brown, them two, better shut everybody else down. You know what I mean? That's what it boiled down to. You just got to play that gritty defense tonight, and you know, you like this, like that. You're gonna be able to stop everybody, but if you just got to contain them. You know, just contain them enough to keep us in the game. But I do think that we're gonna see something tonight, man. I think the adrenaline is flowing in New York City right now. And we're gonna win this game and kill all that Julius Randle $25,000 fine. No, we're gonna kill all that tonight. We're gonna shut that down. So we leave out there tonight with a W. Ain't gonna be no talk about Julius Randle. We're gonna be talking about the Knicks' victory. So let's see if we can go in there and do it, man. CT and man, we're listing the victory, man. So we got something to talk about on the next stream or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, real talk, man. Nothing like a win in Beantown as well to cap off. Like we said, go to 500, and like you said, a great point. You know, setting the season back to even 0-0.
Yep.
With all this thing going on, all this noise, you know, it'd be great to get the story about the product, you know, on the court, getting back to 500 before the trade period, and we ain't even healthy yet, like we've been saying. You know, imagine when we get D Rose back, who's ahead of schedule right now, rehabbing ahead of schedule. Let's say we get him back in February. It's like adding a brand new addition that we never had, as well with Grimes and McBride getting more experience. You know, imagine if Evan Fournier clicks and starts to look like himself from last season. I mean, maybe we just weathered the storm, the worst storm that we could face this season, and maybe the skies are clearing.
Yeah, real talk, man. Absolutely. Listen, we're gonna go around the panel and then we're gonna get out of here. But before that, man, listen, make sure y'all go see the stream from last night, Streets of Buzzing. The chat stream was nice stream. Y'all go in there and make sure that y'all hit the videos of the Rokas video, the sandwich video. I had a video out there called a post-game thriller, little 10-minute clip. Y'all go like and subscribe, hit them little things up, man. Check it out. Good content and all that good stuff, man. And we gonna get it popping. My energy is ready, bro. Real talk. Let's go get it. KJ, man. Give me your thoughts on this thing right here, because it's gonna be fire tonight. You there, K? Oh, he went out. Shaw Powell, man, we need to give me your thoughts on tonight's game, man, before we get up out of here.
Once again, this is going to be an interesting game tonight. This is going to be a must-watch basketball game tonight. IQ's coming out performance tonight. So I think it's going to be it's going to be an energy-packed game, man. And I think the Knicks are going to prevail tonight. I'm going to push the Knicks to 107, and I'm going to put the Celtics at 101. And IQ is going to be the guy that breaks out a little bit tonight out of his little bit of slump. I think tonight he's going to play real big tonight. I think he's going to penetrate and pass that ball tonight, and I think he's going to hit some shots tonight. I'm going 101, 107 New York Knicks.
Ooh, my man B Civilized got a barn burner. He got 124, 120 in overtime. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, man. That's gonna be crazy, man. Let's see how it goes. CT, man, what do you think, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, I think, man, Mitch double. I think
Thanks.
Julius and RJ both 30-piece performances again for the second time ever.
Wow. Yeah, I think that sounds good to me. Hey, I'm gonna go 109, 100. 109, 100. IQ, decent game to give him my 16 points, 6 or 7 assists.
Yeah.
And I think, like you said, Mitch steps up against Robert Williams tonight. Yeah, there's a big difference, guys. Johnny Davis got 197, 104 Knicks. Good call right there. So yeah, I just think it's gonna be fun, man. I think it's gonna be fun. Gonna be a exciting game. Like I said, I'm going with it, man. I think we go play hard, bring it all out there. So chat, man, y'all get ready for the game tonight, and let's just get it popping, man. Boston Massacre Part 2, baby. Let's go do it. Let's go down to Boston and do what we do. You know what I mean? The New York City Gritty Committee going to Boston. We're gonna handle it. We're gonna bake some beans up in that piece. We're going to walk up out of here with that W, get back to the Garden, chill, and get ready to play the Spurs on Monday. That's what we do. So let's hope we can get back to 2020. And we got something good to talk about. And let's go Knicks, man. Salute to the chat, the panel, CT, the Streets of Buther, Divine, Shaw, KJ, and the whole panel. Fabian got 110-98. D. Ross 111-92. Yes, indeed. Let's go do it, man. And we'll see how it stands out. Salute to the chat, Nick 100, Fabian, D. Ross, Johnny Davis, everybody, Be Civilized, Frank Matos, Nick 100 again, Allah Wide, peace to the God, Pudge Nice. Salute to you, everybody, man. Let's go get it popping. Chef Nick is in the building. The Fishers is in the building. Chris Woodward, Chris, salute to you, sister. Appreciate you. You already know. Yeah, man, let's go get it popping up in here, man. We just go get it going. Sergeant for life, G, man. You already know how we do. Salute to you, Robert Parr, Jermaine Froyster, salute. Cash Out James, all you guys, man. Let's go enjoy that game. Get your beverages and everything. Let's go get it, man. It's gonna be a fun one right here. Worldwide L, salute to you for the love of the game in the building. Everybody in the building tonight, man. Great show, great stream. Thank y'all for coming in, checking in, and all that good stuff, man. We're gonna keep it popping. I'm gonna let KJ get his words out because he didn't get to get it in there. But salute everybody, man. Enjoy the game. KJ, talk to me, man. Give me a word before you get up out of here.
Well, I'm having technical difficulties in the crib, but yeah, as thank you as always for letting me come in. I missed y'all predictions, but I'm predicting the score tonight. I got our beloved New York Knicks. We're going high tonight. We're going 115-100.
Woo, okay.
New York Knicks.
I like that, man. Yeah, to everybody, man. Enjoy the game. Be safe. Have fun. And Robert Parr, salute to you as well, everybody, man. Or like I said, the Fishers, everybody. Thank y'all for coming in, man. Great show. Great support. We appreciate y'all. Y'all hit that like button, the subscribe button for those who haven't done it already. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Knicks Real Talk, the Streets of Buzzing, Shaw Powers, KJ, the Boston Massacre in full effect. Let's go get it. We'll
Let's
see y'all
get it.
next one, man. Peace out.
Let's
Peace.
get it.
Peace.
Jamendo.com